I think it was just more of the defense doing something different. Because we took a shot, missed one, got pass interference, and then we took the same shot again, we completed it, and then we stopped seeing that coverage. So that was something I was trying to express. It was a lot predicated on the coverage and being that I think the team knew that we were definitely capable of doing that, and that we were going to try to do that, but trying to defend us, and that's why they played off of us. And that's what we saw in the second half. The middle of the field was closed, so they didn't want that to happen.
JT, when you're a quarterback, and take me through that though, and y'all run that, and Curtis runs like for want of another word, maybe a skinny post or wherever he ran a little post, and you see it wide, see it breaking open. What is your thought process then? I know it all happens in a second and a half, but what do you think? Settle to yourself, settle down, make sure. Take me through your thought process there when you see it finally break open.
Well, actually, a lot of times I don't throw it when he breaks open. I throw it before he gets open. So it's more just throwing to a spot and understanding the landmarks that we have. We talk about with passing game is a lot of timing and spacing. So the spots on the field that he knows where he needs to get, and me just placing the ball there so he'll be able to run under it and can do something with it after he catches it. So I think that's more of it, if anything, is seeing his angle before he breaks open, and then being able to put it in a spot where he could get it.
Yeah, but mainly what I'm saying is you see the coverage breaking exactly like you'd like to see it break at that moment, and then you're thinking, is Curtis seeing the same thing I am, right? How does that?
Yeah. So
what's the sign there that tells you, yeah, y'all are on the same page? Do you wait for that sign, I guess, before you wing it?
Not really. I think it's part of practice. Executing it in practice a couple times, knowing that we wanted this certain coverage, and then when we see it, and that was the thing, the coverage was different than my read would have been different, and the ball would have went to somebody else, but I don't know, I think it's just more execution and practice and seeing it, so it all clicked.
JT, there are a couple plays, it seems like every week, where it almost seems inevitable that you're going to get sacked, and most times you find your way out of it. Why are you so good at that?
Honestly, those are two MAs on my part. It brought it late. They got me twice, and those are the ones I was able to escape. But I don't know. I just feel like I try to do my best. I understand that the old linemen, they have a really tough job blocking the guys up front, and I try to tell them, just give me 2.5 seconds, and I'm gonna get it out of my hands as quick as possible, or I'm gonna run or scramble or things like that. So I just try to do my best to make sure we don't have those negative plays, and it's more of anything just preparation and practice with Coach Beck, doing bags and feeling pressure. We do that a lot in practice.
I think your next touchdown is going to break Drew Brees' all-time Big Ten responsible for record for a kid from Texas. Drew Brees is from Texas. I would imagine there's something special there.
This is crazy to think about. I always say this, if you would have told me when I was a sophomore in high school that JT going to be doing this, I would have called you a liar. Or I just wouldn't have believed you. But it's crazy to think about. Like I said, it's going to be an honor. Definitely, I'm not going to take that lightly.
JT, has it just been the coverage last week, or have you seen your wideouts kind of get over that, maybe those growing pains and that plateau they hit for a couple of weeks and take off again? Is that something you seem like you saw development going in practice, but what was the difference? Is it just the coverage when you get to the game?
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. I think here, we all talk about Ohio State, and I think we're very explosive out there on the perimeter as receivers, and also our tight end Marcus Ball and AJ. I think they do a great job of getting open as well, but also too that there's people trying to stop us. So I think that's something that we don't think about a lot of times. Like the Big Ten ain't what it used to be. It's not one of those things. And I remember in 2014, we were scoring 50 points, for a little streak there. But I think we have great teams in the Big Ten, and a lot of times it's a really slug it out type of game, and it wasn't on Saturday. But I think if anything, Nebraska, I think the challenges they thought they could challenge us on the perimeter. I think we just won the battle oftentimes, which I was really confident.
But did those young guys have to learn how to win those battles? Maybe did they have to lose some?
I don't. That's the thing. I don't. When you, if you would tell me, in past couple games they were really losing, I wouldn't say yeah. I think there was times where we were having times with spacing and things were kind of on top of each other as far as routes. I think a lot of times we don't think about that guy may look open, but there's two guys covering, or one guy covering two people, and that's just based on things. So I think that was part of it, being able to get better at that. If I had to say something, yeah.
JT,